Holocaust survivor Nate Leipciger. He was sent to a Nazi concentration camp at the age of 15, along with his parents and sister. Once they arrived at the camp, he was separated from his sister and mother and never saw them again. Here's a little bit more about before his camp was liberated by the Americans. They were forced by the Nazis to move to a different location.
It was a very difficult 3-day, 4-day journey on foot. Without, we had food when when we left, they gave us food, which most people consumed immediately. But my father and I, we managed to save some food, and we only ate it at night because if people saw that we have bread, they would have torn it from our hands.
Nate Leipciger was only 15 years old when he was first put in a Nazi concentration camp along with his parents and sister. The life expectancy in a camp was only 4 months. Nate and his father survived 2 years.
By that time, I already had a trade. I was an electrician, and I could work as an electrician's helper and do a lot of wiring and piping and stuff like that. So I was quite useful. And when once we left Auschwitz, which with the help of my father and the intervention of a Nazi officer, believe it or not, I left Birkenau, Auschwitz, and we went to a camp called Fünftachen, which was a Krupp factory, which was much easier to survive because we were working on the inside.
Leipciger was 17 when American troops liberated the concentration camp he was in.
I was near death. I was exposed to typhus fever already. I already had some fever. And I was emaciated. I was a walking skeleton, basically. And when the Americans came, it was like an unbelievable miracle that we were alive. And my father and I, we embraced and we danced and we cried, and tears of joy and sadness. And of course, the reality of what happened to us did not set in till we were liberated.
Leipciger is watching what is happening between Hamas and Israel, and it brings back horrible memories of the Holocaust.
I'm almost 96, and it's difficult to believe that it happened. And the most difficult is that it is happening again, that our nation, our Jewish nation, that survived the greatest of horror with the Holocaust, had to be subjected again at the forces of Hamas and the attack on Israel, our nation.
Nate Leipciger and his father immigrated to Canada in 1948.